Hey guys, it's Jordan. I hope y'all been doing good. I haven't done a video update in a while, so I'm going to kind of cram a few things here at once. As y'all know, I got diagnosed with PCOS, so that kind of threw me off for like 2 weeks. I kind of like had to process it because I'd always kind of thought that I had it. But I guess just like hearing that I had it and then reading up on it more, it just kind of threw me off. But I'm so thankful that I got diagnosed. It almost makes me glad that I've had fertility issues just because I had brought up to a previous doctor that I thought that I had it. And they didn't really look into it at all, but when they did blood work and the ultrasound, then it showed it. And my other doctor didn't really check into it that much. And that's something, you have a higher risk for cancer and a bunch of other things. So I'm so excited. After my DNC, I got my results back and none of that came back cancerous. And so I'm so thankful for that. And so we have been doing low carb, me and my husband, and we've been trying to stay under 50 carbs or less, preferably, a day, and it's been going so good. We took kind of a break for Christmas, and I was like, well, it's just Christmas, so we took not just for Christmas Day, we took a week off because we were traveling and stuff, and we had the stomach bug, and we just were slackers. But honestly, we felt like crap when we were doing that, and it was so not worth it. And so I was really excited to get back on. And I think in the last 3 days, I've lost a little over a pound since I've started back. But it's only been 3 days. But right now, I'm not in the stage where I feel, I'm a little hoarse too because I've had allergies, but I'm not in the stage right now where I feel very good. But last time, I think it took about a week for me to, they act like it's like detoxing, when you're cutting out carbs and sugar, it can kind of really affect your body. But then once you get over that hump, some people take a few weeks, but last time I only took a couple days to maybe a week at the most. And then I felt like almost like a high. I love Weight Watchers, and I'd done Weight Watchers before. I've lost I think 30 something pounds on Weight Watchers pretty easily. But everyone else talked about feeling so good that they almost felt high, and I never felt that. I never felt a burst of energy or anything. I still felt groggy. I still felt like I had a foggy mind. And I will say that with this low carb, I feel like my mind's clear, and I don't think I realized how much I was bogging myself down. Even I was eating a ton of fruit. I mean, I was eating unhealthy stuff too, but I love fruit. I would rather someone hand me a huge bowl of fruit than a huge bowl of chocolate. And but I like chocolate too. But and so I think I was just constantly eating things that were giving an insulin response. And so I'm just thankful that I found out that I have PCOS and insulin resistance, because I think that's why I've not been feeling good. I think that's why that even though I was doing Weight Watchers and losing weight, I still didn't have any energy and stuff. So I'm really thankful because I've been feeling great on the low carb. And I've been on the metformin. The metformin's going good. I'm completely adjusted to that. I really like the metformin. And okay, so the next thing is we start our first round of fermera. And that went great. I felt pretty good. I had a lot of hot flashes, and I got emotional the last day of it and the next day. I got super emotional. I got super down for some reason. I think it was the day after I'd finished my 5 pills, so it was the next day. For some reason, I got really down, but that just happens sometimes. But overall, I responded really well to the fermera, and I wasn't. I know with Prevera and some of the other drugs to induce me having my period, that sometimes that makes me crazy, or have really scary nightmares, really realistic dreams of weird stuff. like dark stuff. And so I was really thankful that didn't happen, because that just, when I wake up after having a really dark dream, sometimes it just throws me off for the next day a little bit. But so I really responded great to fermera. Hopefully I won't have to do a bunch of rounds, but if I do, it wasn't that bad. I was really nauseous and I gagged a lot, and it was really funny because we were on a trip to see my sister-in-law's new baby, and well, the whole family, but he's only 4 weeks, so we were going to see him mainly. And I was like, I kept gagging in the car, and then my husband would start gagging, and he doesn't usually get grossed out that easy, but he's like, oh my gosh, stop. And he's like, Sean, don't throw up. And he just got his dream car, which is like a Charger. And he was like, oh, I'm going to throw up in my Charger. And we were like going through downtown Atlanta traffic, which if you don't live around here, it's a very congested area, and you might be driving like just through Atlanta to like go through, and it may take you 2 hours, or it may take you 30 minutes. It depends how traffic's going. And it was just so funny because Blakely, my daughter, kept saying from the backseat, are y'all going to throw up? Don't throw up in our car. But so I just got back from my doctor's appointment today, and I got my ultrasound, and I responded to the medicine, and I'm just so thankful. I was really worried that I wasn't going to ovulate, or that, just what she worded it like, she would check to make sure my eggs were looking right, I guess, and then if not, we'd do more medicine. And I was just kind of worried that it wasn't going to work for me, and so I'm so thankful that it did. Totally cried like a big baby, but I'm just thankful. It doesn't mean we're going to get pregnant, but it just means we're making progress. I haven't ovulated in like, I don't know, over a year. I haven't ovulated, so just even ovulating just means that there's a chance, when before, if you don't ovulate, you can't get pregnant, so there was no chance. And I started to wonder, like, if I even could. It just kind of freaked me out, so I'm just so thankful. I feel like it's just given me some hope. And my husband, he's just the type, you could give me a can of Coke and I would be like, oh my gosh, I love this, thank you so much. And I would act so excited. And then my husband's type, you could give him $1 million and he would be like, oh, thank you. He doesn't get excited very easily. So when he does, it's really fun to watch because, he's just really laid back, and I'm just like overexcited about everything. And he was so excited during my ultrasound when she was like, oh, it looks good. I think she basically said exactly what we're wanting is happening. I couldn't be responding any better. So I'm just really, really thankful for that, which is good because hopefully we will only have to do a few rounds because this is getting expensive. So yeah, we're so excited. And he was even like smiling ear to ear, and then on the way home he was like trying to think of what month our child would be born, if we did get pregnant this first round, and then how old our daughter would be. So he hasn't done that in a while. I think we both just kind of tried to quit thinking about it since it wasn't happening. We just kind of quit. Well, that's not true. I kept counting how far apart our kids would be because I wanted kids close together, so I'm like constantly counting. But now that they will be far apart, I've just kind of been counting, thinking about it, and I'm like, oh, there'll be some benefits. She'll be a big help. And when we just went and visited my nephew, who's 4 months old, I loved visiting my nephew, and I love my nephew, but I don't suggest going through your first round of fertility meds with a baby, because however much you thought that you wanted a baby, you want 1,000 times more when you're feeding it and changing it. And oh gosh, I just loved it. I was just really in my element. And I think I kind of told myself, just to throw oh, that's a lot of work, you'd lose a lot of sleep, stuff like that, just to kind of make myself feel like I didn't want it, but I want it, but just kind of to tone it down a little bit in my mind. No, holding him, I knew exactly what I wanted. My daughter loved him. She was like, is this our baby? And I was like, no, this isn't our baby. You're his big cousin. And that's very important. And she was like, she'd been asking, like, when are we going to have a baby? And why don't, I want a brother or sister. So she's just getting to that age where she's really asking questions, just because a lot of our family and friends have a second kid. So anyway, so we're really excited that this will work. And it was so nice spending time with him, because he was just so precious, and it was so nice to bond with him. And honestly, I think after I do have a baby that I'll always be kind of, like, bonded with him, just because it was just nice to, I guess I hadn't held a newborn in a while, because my daughter, right when like 3 of our friends, including my sister-in-law, had their babies, my daughter got RSV. So it kind of guarded my heart a little bit, just because I wasn't nervous exactly about holding a baby. I was more nervous about holding a baby in front of other people, because I was worried I would get emotional, and I just didn't want people to feel like I was taking like their moment, or trying to like get attention by getting emotional. So I was really nervous. So it was the perfect setting to meet him and see him, because everyone was kind of busy doing their own thing. So I got to really bond with him. And at times that it did make me, a little emotional or upset, I just held him, and no one was even paying attention to me. So it was really perfect, because I really got to bond with him. But yeah, so I hope everyone's doing great, and hopefully, so I'll go back next week, and they're going to do blood work to check my progesterone. And then I don't know what comes after that, but hopefully I will be the shortest YouTube infertility vlogger ever, and I will be having a baby. But if not, I'll keep making videos and keep making new friends. And anyways, okay, well, I will talk to y'all later. Bye.